Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. Now that I actually have time to record other things that are not just straight up Jubilee fights, I want to talk about something that is brand new for the Tempest Heroes Jubilee, and that is the tickets that we get for our overall, or not overall, but our group rankings. So if we check out the ranking right now, I am group rank number 1, which is great. And looking at the rewards for group rankings, you get the 600 crystals that used to be in the overall rankings, no longer there for overall. And then you get these five-star guaranteed Tempest Medal of Honor recruit tickets. It's certainly a mouthful. And depending on your rank in the groups, you can get up to 5, 4, and it goes all the way down to nothing at rank 61 or lower. Now, these tickets are only used for a brand new, very specific banner, which a lot of people have been asking about, and I just have not had time to get to it until today. And that is this 5-star guaranteed Tempest Medal of Honor recruit ticket. It has all these EX characters. And every time we do a Jubilee, so once a month minimum, sometimes there's 2, but I don't know if they'll have Blitz with these kind of ranking reward as well. We kind of have to wait and see on that. But assume for now that we get up to 5 tickets per month, depending on how well you do. And you can use these as single summons, recruit times 1. And it has a lot of 5-star EX characters. Exalted Champions is in here. That's the 2.5 anniversary meta. Rimuru, the hero, Primal Demon Blanc, Milim, Protector Velzard is here. And each time you recruit a character, you receive 1 Bazaar point for this recruit. So every ticket is 1 point. And you can exchange it for pretty much any EX character. Which is nice, because these are 5-star guaranteed tickets. So even if you don't don't get enough to pity, you can get guaranteed 5 stars. And this is for Jubilee. And again, looking at the group rankings between myself and the other whales and other players, it looks like a lot of the whales are split up, so you might have like 1 or 2 of them in your group, but at that point it's kind of open depending on how hard you want to try. So if you put a medium amount of effort into Jubilee, you should get at least 1 ticket, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it is just a 5-star ticket, which is kind of nice. Until we look at the drop rates for the characters. So all the way down here, 0.091% for any EX battle character versus 1.08 for any old 5-star character. So the EX rates are definitely a bit lower, which is kind of unfortunate, and by a bit I mean a lot. I mean a lot. You have less than a 0.1% chance of pulling an EX character versus a just over 1% chance of pulling any old 5-star. So the odds are not in your favor. For protectors, funnily enough, you do go up in the rate, because we have a 0.990, so just under 1%, and then the EX characters are 0.104. Well, actually, no, it's much worse. Sorry, math is hard. Never mind. Flip that. We all have shit rates for EX characters. As I would expect, quite honestly. EX characters are still highly coveted in this game, no matter how old they are and how overall useful they are. So the odds of pulling them just off your regular ticket summon, not great. And then we look at the pity, Bazaar points, and you can get a guaranteed EX ticket with 20 pity points. And you can get, remember, up to 5 per month if you get group ranking number 1, which you may or may not get. This means that in order to get this guaranteed EX ticket, you have to be rank 1 for months. You must get 5 tickets for 4 months before you can choose this guaranteed EX ticket. 4 months is kind of a long time. A lot of people pick up the game and drop it in 4 months. They drop it in 1 month sometimes. So this requires a lot of playing and a lot of dedication to, 1, continue your playtime, and also to actually get rank number 1 to get 5 tickets. Because if you get 4 tickets or 3 tickets, it's going to take you longer and longer and longer than just the 4 months. 4 months is the absolute minimum you must do to get this EX ticket. But then, man, if we go lower, if you want to just pity a EX protector, no matter how old they are, because it goes all the way back to Diablo, and then everybody in between that's not a collab character, it takes 60 pity, which, if I mathed it out correctly, that's 12 months. That's 1 full year of being group rank number 1. Or longer, depending if you didn't get number 1 sometime, and you got number 2, and you got 4 tickets. Okay, well now it's 13 months. This is kind of a joke. I do not value Diablo at a 12-month number 1 ranking kind of worthiness. I don't think I would even rank Exalted Champions Velzard at a 12-month rank, because you gotta remember, Velzard came out 6 months ago, and if it's gonna take a year from now to get her, she's gonna be a year and a half old. And at that point, power creep, which is quite large in this game, she's gonna be probably a non-factor in a year and a half. And Diablo and all these early other protectors are gonna be absolute garbage. Some of them already are kind of garbage. Like Mirren, she's not that good to begin with. 60 pity is asking for a bit too much. Too much right there. And I know this is the very first iteration of Tempest Heroes Jubilee. I'm sure they'll request feedback either afterwards or during the 3rd anniversary. They'll put out a general survey. First up, lower this fucking pity. Lower it. EX characters have been around for almost 2 years now. This doesn't need to be 4 months. It's not a selector ticket. It is a random EX ticket. So you could get a really good character, or you can get a pretty bad character. I would cut these in half. I would cut everything in half. So 10 pity here for 2 months, 6 months for a protector, God forbid. And then if we go down into the battle units, it's 40 pity. And even then, I still think that's too much. You know, Milim is good, Guy is good, Benimaru is good, but all of these EX characters, at one point or another, are going to be featured on other banners. So you may pull them, and at that point, you may not need these dupes, which, you know, is saying something for how you play the game and how you spend your money. But also, 40 pity? That doesn't sound much worth it either for Tempest Elite Rimuru, or, if we go down, Vengeance Veldora. Very, very useful, quote-unquote, characters, as we all know. Cut this in half too. Bring it down to 20 pity. 4 months, you could pick Vengeance Raphael if you've just been eternally shafted and have never pulled him. Sure, why not? But 40 pity, too high. 60 pity for Protector, stupid high. 20 pity for a guaranteed EX ticket, it's not that high in the grand scheme of things, but since it's random, I don't value this nearly as much as I do actual selectable characters. So, while 5-star tickets are good, and again, you have the chance to pull any of these EX characters on them, and more tickets is always good, because that gives people more options, more units to use, especially if you're newer and you don't have a complete box like I do. Just pulling more and more 5-star characters does help you progress in the game. Some of the old 5-star characters do still have some usage, whether it be supports or traits, or, you know, the big 3 or the skill points, starting units. Those have very good usage still. But the only way to get these tickets is from Jubilee and placing within your group rank. And depending on how you do, you could get 0 to 5 tickets, and nothing more than that. So, they added extra rewards, they kind of split it up. I'll talk about Jubilee as a whole, but right now we're just talking about the tickets in the banner. Tickets are fine, the pity is not fine. If they had upped this to 10 tickets or something, maybe we would be talking, and maybe I would be okay with the current pity levels on the banner. But as of right now, I do not find this very player-friendly. It does want you to play the games, and gacha games, you know, they try and keep people playing over and over and over and over again, and this is their incentivization to do that, but it's just too high. it's just too high and it's asking too much. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. That's it for me. Take it easy, and I'll see you all later.